What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Informed Trader. My name is Chris, and in today's video, once again, we are going to be discussing Palantir and some very bullish price targets, also some news, diving into a little bit of the contracts that Palantir has signed and been awarded in the past couple months, giving it a good outlook into the future, just to, just some confirmation bias for your weekend going into Monday. Of course, the new stimulus bill was passed in the House. Now it needs to go to the Senate, and if it makes it through the Senate, then it gets put on the president's desk. Of course, if it's signed, then we're good to go. Some upward sentiment coming into Monday as far as the stock market goes, just on the good news that it's passed the House. We got through that phase. Let's get through the Senate, and we'll see how that goes from there. But as far as Palantir, if you watched my last video, we discussed how Cathie Wood, as you can see here down in the center, she bought another 3.6 million more shares of Palantir. She's bullish on it. So that's super encouraging, of course, because obviously we noticed that earlier in the week she had bought the dip, and the dip dipped more, and she went ahead and scooped up some more shares, totaling more altogether than any other one purchase she made on any other securities. And obviously over the last couple days, we've just been bleeding out. We went from the high of $30 down to as low as $22.70. And honestly, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel with these prices, guys. If you're not getting in now, I don't know if you'll ever get in. But like I said, we're going to go over an amazing price target that is extremely bullish, Tesla range, all right? But let's look at some of their contracts. At the end of 2020, Palantir had closed out the year with around $150 million in government contracts. As you know, let's look at this. Palantir Technologies is a software company, right, that builds enterprise data platforms for use by organizations with complex and sensitive data environments. Look down here at the bottom. Palantir helps customers across the public, private, and nonprofit sectors. All right, so the majority I've seen of their contracts are from governments, both abroad and domestic. About 52% of their business is from the U.S., and then the other 48% is from overseas. So they are very well spread out. Not only did they end the year with those government contracts, but it says here Palantir Technologies expands Japan business with another $22.5 million contract. That was finalized on December 28th. And if you're just to look closely at this company, you're just noticing contracts dropping left and right being awarded to Palantir due to their technology and their longevity. They've been around for a long time, guys. Notice here, Palantir deepens ties with BP with a new 5-year deal. They've been working with them since 2014, it says here. And they say that their data analytics software has been a key accelerant in BP's digital transformation. The new deal commits BP to use Palantir's tools for an additional 5 years. This deal was described as a multi-million-dollar deal. It said that BP in the past has used its software to enhance hydrocarbon workflows and is now seeking to apply the tech to optimizing wind farms, electric charging networks, solar generation, and other green activities. Palantir, of course, is best known as a government contractor. Its data analytic tools have been used by a variety of military and spy agencies, and were credited for helping in the search for Osama bin Laden, guys. So those of you that are kind of new and jumping on the hype train here, Palantir has been around for a while, and its technology is renowned in the government sector, and that's what also gives it longevity, and that's what gives it an edge over a lot of other companies that may be pursuing the same business, you would say. But they are branching out into more of the commercial realm just to help boost that revenue. That way it's not just, all government contracts. Notice over here in Palantir's statements regarding their earnings and business goals and morals, it says here, total remaining deal value. We are focused on building strategic relationships with and delivering significant outcomes for our customers over the long term. Our contracts with our customers reflect that long-term orientation, often lasting for multiple years at a time. As of December 31st, the total remaining deal value of the contracts that we have been awarded by or entered into with government and commercial customers, including existing contractual obligations and contractual options available to those customers, was $2.8 billion, up from December 31st, 2019, which was $2.2 billion. So the increase in revenue is there. Obviously, they underperformed a little bit overall of what the expectations were from investors and analysts. But I believe Palantir's business model, as Cathie Wood said, is let's front the costs in the beginning. Let's get as many years ahead and put as much money as we can into getting ahead in the technology and perfecting our software and things like that. And I think that's what's putting them ahead of some of these other companies that are pursuing the same thing in this industry. Palantir is at the top still, which is another reason I'm bullish on Palantir. Now, let's look at a crazy price target that an analyst gave this company here. All right, this comes from capital.com. I'm not subscribed to them, but I was able to get this screenshot from one of their articles, raising their Palantir share price, talking about the analyst, forecast to $40 per share from 30, with an upside scenario price target at 55 per share and a downside target of 20. They said growth sustainability at significant scale puts PLTR in a rarefied air among software companies, coupled with an aggressive profitability ramp. This is a highly unique story for long-term investors. All right. And as you know, I'm in long term, not just, in short term gains, of course, but long term hold. The analyst added that in the short term, the stock is set to remain under pressure from the expiry of the lockup period after the IPO, as we have seen, allowing shareholders to sell and profit taking after the recent rally in the share price. Online stock forecasting service Wallet Investor is very optimistic about the stock's long-term future. Its Palantir stock forecast 2025 has the company trading, get this, at $348.78 per share, up from an average of $78.46 in December 2021. All right, so short-term target as of the end of this year, they're looking at, the $80 price range. And as far as a 5-year forecast, you're looking at around $350. All right, so if you can accumulate as many shares as you can now, obviously the increase, you really can't put a number on what your increase is going to be. But super bullish predictions on this, obviously take it with a grain of salt. I honestly don't know where it's going to be, but no one knew where Tesla was going to be. There was a lot of naysayers for Tesla, and after it's beaten all expectations, now they're saying it's one of the best companies to hold long term, giving it higher and higher and higher price valuations. But listen, if you're into Palantir, hold strong. I believe Monday is going to be better. If not, double down, get some more shares. If it gets under that $20 range, just double down if you can. Like I said, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel. And of course, I'll show you my holdings, which isn't very much, just 59 shares, down $80 at an average cost of $25.90. Hang in there, hold the line. We'll get through this market dip. All right, so thanks so much for watching. You're on The Informed Trader. I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. We're growing slowly, but surely. Daily stock market videos and analysis updates on these stocks. Hope you have a great weekend. Let's get to trading on Monday. I'll catch you in the next video.